The Scarlett Files, Episode 14, Aphelion.
Sir, I'm here to report on Aphelion. We just got word from the 4th Fleet.
What's there to report? It'll be the same as usual. The uprising will go on for years at this rate.
Sir, there's been a development.
Alright. Go ahead, Captain.
Aphelion, or Sigma Draconis IV, is a planet defined by its extremes. Discovered in 2033 during the second wave of colonial expansion, it was named for its highly elliptical orbit. Its long, harsh winters at Aphelion, the point furthest from its star, are contrasted by short, volatile summers at Perihelion. These rapid temperature changes induce violent storm cells that can persist for weeks or even months at a time. This effect is further exacerbated by Aphelion's first moon, Aphelion, whose close, equatorial orbit generates powerful tidal forces across the planet's vast oceans. Consequently, crop yields are poor, highly seasonal, and frequently destroyed outright. Most of the food for Aphelion's population has to be delivered from off-world. Despite these challenges, Aphelion's strategic position is at the nexus of several major slip lanes, which made it an ideal candidate for development. Within 2 decades, Sigma Draconis IV grew into the primary administrative and logistical gateway to the outer colonies, boasting a population estimated at no less than 170 million. The majority of this population lives in coastal cities and orbit-side industrial facilities. Aphelion possesses vast natural resources with unusually dense concentrations. The planet's primary exports include raw ore and minerals, such as iron and copper, as well as more exotic elements like uranium and palladium. Geological evidence suggests that these deposits are the legacy of an ancient collision event involving Aphelion's second moon, Arios, an impact similar in scale to the event that formed Earth's moon, Luna. By the mid-21st century, the planet had become economically indispensable, despite being barely self-sustaining. However, Aphelion's success did not trickle down to its neighbors. The economic disparity between the wealthy core worlds and the struggling outer colonies bred deep resentment and civil unrest. Aphelion, being the heart of the outer systems, was where this tension would finally break in early 2053. The uprising on Aphelion in 2053 marked a turning point in the Frontier War. What had been a series of scattered skirmishes across the outer systems now had a focus. The Gaian Federation's response was not one of negotiation. Spurred on by a drastic turn of the war, the Federation declared that Aphelion would not be allowed to fall. The 4th Fleet, the designated military control for the region, was tasked with pacifying the planet. What High Command predicted would be a swift operation devolved into a brutal 3-year planetary war. The ESF, fighting on their home turf, turned every city into a fortress and every street into a kill zone. Facing pressure from Gaian Federation High Command to quell the fighting, Garrick Shaw, Admiral of the Federation 4th Fleet, made a haunting choice. He declared the remaining resistance-held urban centers as fortified military targets, and authorized the use of tactical nuclear strikes to end the conflict decisively. The Federation's official report alleges that local resistance groups sabotaged the targeting systems of the fleet's primary ships, redirecting missiles away from military targets and into civilian population centers. There is no evidence to support this claim. The result was the death of 2.7 million civilians. The original resistance on Aphelion was completely wiped out in the attack. The massive civilian death toll, however, caused the immediate and widespread controversy throughout the Federation. Few junior officials in the 4th Fleet were reprimanded, but Admiral Shaw's career was largely unharmed. For the people of the outer colonies, this was the final injustice. The attack on Aphelion became the rallying cry for the Earth secessionist forces. It was the moment a scattered rebellion transformed into a unified, galaxy-spanning crusade. Months after the attack, the Aphelion Inner Circle revealed itself, launching a staggering counterattack that seized complete military control of the Aphelion system and a dozen others. Overnight, the group had become the leaders of the Earth secessionist forces. Admiral Garrick Shaw was captured. His subsequent disembowelment was broadcast live on all channels. To many people across the outer colonies, and to some in the inner colonies, this was seen as a deserved, if brutal, act of justice. For a population that felt unheard, it was the singular statement that the ESF could deliver the justice that the Federation would not, and that they would continue to deliver that justice. This event is now considered by Federation historians as the singular catalyst for the ESF's unification. It created the political vacuum and the popular support necessary for the rise of the one man who would embody their cause. He would take the name of the world as his own title, despite all available records indicating that he was not born there. The Aphelion Warlord. End log.